Hey guys, this is Exonite. Welcome back. We are playing some more Asagao Academy. When we last left off, we tried to give books back, we tried to get Satch's job back, and it wasn't working, and the librarian was a total bitch, like she always is, and some vibrating's going on in the background. But anyway, tomorrow's Saturday, only 1 week until the tournament. Let's see what happens from here. The next day I went straight to Satch's room. I wasn't sure exactly what I was gonna do, but I couldn't stop worrying about him. I wanted to apologize or explain myself, or something. I wanted to do something. Oh god, so much indigestion. I couldn't just stand sitting around thinking about it. I knocked on the door. From inside I heard a small crash. Oh no. Just a second. There was a bit more crashing and Satch's muttering under his breath. Then the door flew open. Hana, come in. He was trembling with excitement and absolutely beaming, smudges of oil on his cheeks.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yes, come on. He grabbed my wrist and pulled me into his room, shutting the door tight behind me.
I wanted to apologize. Maya and I went to return the books to the library yesterday. We tried to get your job back, but...
Satch waved his hand. I don't care about that. Honestly, I've thought about it, and losing this job might be the best possible thing that could happen to me. Yeah? I wasted so much time there, and the treatment I received from the librarian was really getting me down. I didn't realize it until I was away from the constant negativity, so I have so much energy now, and look! He gestured dramatically to his VR machine, which was sitting out in the middle of the room. I've made a major breakthrough. He was practically bouncing as I crept toward it. It looked exactly the same to me.
Good?
Here, put it on, you'll see. He handed me the helmet and I shoved it on my head.
It's comfier than before.
Yeah, I realized that some people's heads might be more sensitive than others, so I found padding that didn't disrupt the connectors. I'm turning it on, okay?
Okay.
Satch's dorm room faded away, and the familiar feeling of dizziness came over me. Ah. Then I found myself in that familiar room. This time, instead of objects on the table, however, there were two doors. Okay, so don't actually move your body. I'm putting my hand on you just to make sure you don't bump into anything. But think about moving across the room. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get that whole thing what it was about.
Think about it?
I twitched. No, don't move. Think about moving.
How do I
got my arms pinned to my side and glanced around the room. Think about moving. I wanted to move over there. Nothing happened. Okay, I want to, my arm goes up. No. I let out a frustrated sigh. I could see myself moving in my mind's eye, but I wasn't. I moved! Or the room was moving around me? The doors were getting closer to me, and as I took a step forward, and then another, I reached the left door and thought about reaching out my hand, but just as it seemed I would grab the doorknob, I felt myself back in the dorm room, Satch's arm around my shoulders. I popped off the VR helmet, confused as to whether that was a success or a failure. The tournament required a finished project, one without many glitches. Would this really be okay? But when I looked at Satch, he was beaming.
Yes.
It's amazing. Isn't it amazing? It's a total breakthrough. I stared at him, and then it hit me.
Oh my god, it is!
Oh, is this are we still in VR right now? I grabbed his arm and jumped up and down. Oh, okay, I see.
I moved just by thinking. Satch, do you realize what you've made?
He grabbed my arm and started jumping too. I do. This is great. Isn't it great? I didn't think I'd be able to do it. With this, I have a real chance at making my dream come true. I can sell this, Hana. This could be my source of income. And I'd have all the time in the world to study and create. I really think this can work. He hugged me and then instantly released me, a blush on his cheeks. Thanks for helping me and being my guinea pig. The helmet's too small for Jared's hair. His gorgeous flowing locks, that made sense. Alright then. As long as I can get this working before the tournament, everything else will work itself out. I trust that it'll work out as long as I do my part.
In that case, I'll get out of your way.
Right on.
Thanks, Hana. I'll talk to you later. I waved and left him alone with his machine. As soon as I shut the door, the whirring of a machine kicked in. He was back at it. Ah, yay! I'm glad too, because I felt bad about his job, but if he can, like, make something out of it, that's, like, totally awesome, and then he doesn't need that shitty job. It was unfortunate that it happened, but maybe it really was the best possible thing. Sometimes things happen for a reason, right? After having the good luck to come to Asagao, meet Mai, and somehow end up with a chance to join the Normal Boost Club, I firmly believe that. Never had I seen Satch so happy. It made me happy, and I felt inspired too. There was still a week before the tournament, and I hadn't practiced much. It was time to fix that, yeah. Now, all drums are, like, falling away, and things are getting better, so just focus on the tournament, and you'll be good.
Hana, are you awake?
Mai whispered into the darkness. I was half asleep, but I responded regardless.
Well, I've been thinking about everything that's happened. Did we ever find out who took the boots?
My eyes snapped open.
No, I guess we didn't.
That silence hung in the room after my sentence and made it feel warmer. I stuck a leg out from under my covers.
It wasn't me, for sure. I know, I believe you. But then, who was it?
The question rolled around in my mind, gathering fragments of other thoughts like a sticky ball.
Never mind. You need your rest. The tournament is tomorrow after.
It's tomorrow? Shit. Okay.
Good night.
Okay. Good night. Yeah, good night. Alright then. It's tomorrow. Fucking time passes so fucking quickly. I had a thought right now. I wonder... this is far-fetched. I can't help but wonder if it might have been Shane. Because he never wanted us to be in the club. And, I don't know, maybe that's an easy out. I don't know. It's a far-fetched idea. It's out there, but, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, but no, the hidden block guys seem like super suspicious though, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see though. I heard her turn her ways. I shut my eyes and tried to find the drowsiness I felt just moments earlier, but something wasn't sitting well with me. I had a terrible, terrible feeling. But tomorrow would go well, for sure. As much as I wanted to believe that, I couldn't. Slowly, I drifted into an uneasy sleep. The tournament was today. Good luck. I agreed to meet up with Satch and help him move his machine down to the tournament hall. And just when I was about to knock on the door, blah, blah, blah. Clearly the culprits. I don't want Hana on this team. I froze. You have no proof, Shane. You can't punish someone for something they haven't necessarily done. There's proof enough. Mai's a kleptomaniac. You're not making any sense. If we lose, we'll lose the tournament if Hana doesn't compete. It would be better to lose than to fraternize with a liar and a thief. Why is Shane such a fucking dick? He's a huge... I mean, that, like, dicks over everybody else who worked so hard, too. Like, I mean, if they were gonna replace me, they had to have done it, like, a long time ago. It's too fucking late now. I flinched. I never heard Satch speak in that way. I trust Hana and Mai. They would never steal the boots. There was a heavy silence. Then Shane spoke again, much closer to the door. You're biased. The door flew open and Shane emerged, nearly hitting me in the shoulder. I stared at him, stunned, but he barely glanced at me before continuing down the hall. Satch saw me standing there and came to stand next to me. Did you hear all that? Yes. Seeing my face, Sash scratched the back of his neck. Look, Hana, I don't care what Shane says. He might not trust you, but I do. Everyone else should too.
Really?
Would a bad person go exploring the campus at night just to look for the boots? Would a bad person go and beg for my job back? Would a bad person take care of Oscar just because? Would a bad person stick by her friend and keep faith in her even when things look bad? You're not just a good person, you're one of the most thoughtful, selfless people I've ever met. And if Shane and the others don't realize it, that's their problem, stemming from a lack of observation, not from you. If they just knew you like I do, and if they felt the way about you... He stopped about the game.
Thanks, Hatch.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway, the tournament is starting soon. I don't care what Shane thinks. You're still a part of the team. Let's get this thing over there. I wiped tears from my eyes and nodded.
Right.
Ah, happy things happen. Satch and I carried the heavy machine out of his room, down the steps and out onto campus. I was thankful for the fresh spring air, taking a brief breath. I can speak. Brief breath before we hobbled our way across the grounds. It was good that we get there early to set up, as my event was one of the first ones. Huffing and puffing, there was little time for conversation as we headed into town. At the arcade at which the tournament was being held was much smaller than I had expected. I felt like I'd find some kind of convention, but instead it was a small local arcade filled with machines. Smaller rooms split off, which were probably where the individual competitions would take place throughout the day. A few people milled around the space, generally older folk in their 20s and 30s. I glanced at the agenda in my hand and made my way to one of the back rooms. When I entered the competition room, I found 2 chairs on an elevated platform, the computer and projector sitting between them and hooked up to separate controllers. Ian sat in one of the chairs, looking bored out of his mind.
Ian.
Hey.
It's about time you showed up. I'm starting to get worried that you died.
It's sweet of you to be concerned.
That's it.
Yeah.
Alright then. I was just about to sit down to play when Jeff emerged out of nowhere and stood in front of me, avoiding my eyes.
Is everything okay, Jeff?
Yeah, but, you should talk with Caddy after the tournament. Alright then.
Okay, why?
Well, he's a mysterious foreign exchange student.
Yeah, I know that.
Maybe not the mysterious part, but... So, take my word for it.
Okay, if you say so.
Right on.
Good, thank you.
No problem.
That's kind of weird. I don't know if I trust it. Did he take the boots? That's all I care about now. I watched Jeff disappear into the crowd and got into the chair next to Ian. A man came over to me to check my name and club affiliation. I said I was a part of the Normal Boots Club, a small surge of pride making me sit up straight as I said it. There were chairs lined up for people to watch us compete, and to my surprise, the entire room was soon filled. I searched the crowd to find the Normal Boots Club. There they were. What? Wait. Everyone but Sash. Where was he? I stared worriedly into the crowd. A blur of movement caught my eye. Wait, I guess we can save. There we go. Jeff was sitting in a chair at the edge of the row with the rest of the Hidden Block Club, watching me carefully. I smiled at him and he looked away. Alright then. So we're doing it. Finally the lights around us dimmed and the projector started up, showing the main menu of Dumbadoom's Revenge on screen. It's time to start. As the MC began his introduction and explained the rules of the game, Ian turned to me, a smirk on his face. You sure you're ready for this?
You bet I am.
Ready to go? The man turned to us. Ian and I nodded. Then, 3, 2, 1, start! The game began. I immediately clicked to fill my screen with 2 more lines of blocks. Ian began working on what he had. I scanned the blocks for pink hearts, eliminating them one by one, making combos where I could. I still wasn't advanced enough to plan tons of combos ahead of time, but I could make it much more likely for combos to happen through probability. The pinks were all gone, but the green leaves were next. Dumbadoom started flipping at the top of the screen. Ian must be comboing, which meant I had a few seconds before those blocks would fall. This sounds a lot like, Penal Upon. What is it called in English? Tetris Attack. I set up a combo on the screen and started eliminating the orange blocks below it. I don't know, I guess a lot of puzzle games like that. I don't know, whatever. Then it happened. A 6 combo jumped out at me from on the screen. My eyes crossed as I stared at it in shock. I just had to move the top block over 1 space. Then quickly as I saw it, it vanished. The blocks looked normal again.
You're dead.
Ian's blocks fell upon my humble kingdom, and I slid the combo into place. 2, 3, 4 combo, 5 combo, 6 combo, 7 combo, 8 combo! Ian's attack converted into more blocks that hovered above mine. I set up several more combos and waited for them all to fall. 10 combo, legendary! Dumbledore started farting out rainbows over Ian's zone, and then blocks, so many blocks. They didn't come in a chunk, they came in a torrential downpour, all over Ian's side, sliding from left to right and back again. Ian blinked, his hands and eyes moving frantically over the screen. I wasn't sure he had ever seen something like that before. I sure hadn't. I continued to combo while this was happening, but at this point there was no need. Ian's screen filled up. He kept trying to make combos till the very end, but game over! That was it. I won. Yay! I stared dumbfounded at the screen in front of me. Ian's mouth hung open. The room was silent. Then...
Whoa!
Yay!
Oh,
Yay!
yeah.
Yay! Yay, good job. I've never seen a score that high! certain I was red as a tomato. I stood to climb down off the platform. Not so fast. Ian stepped in front of me, grim as always. I braced myself for his infamous sarcasm. But to my surprise, he laughed. That was a hell of a game, Hana. That was exactly what I wanted from you. He held a hand in the air, and I looked at it in confusion. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh.
I high-fived him, and he clasped my hand in his. Thanks, Hana, that was fun. Then he disappeared into the pressing crowd. I bumped and shoved my way through, searching for Satch in the bundle of people. Yes? Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, senpai? I don't know. I turned around. Satch was behind me, grinning from ear to ear. I just came to see the end, and that was amazing. You managed to use Ian's strategy against him. How did you do that?
Practice.
Satch burst out laughing. That's wonderful.
What about your match?
It's starting soon.
Then come on, let's go.
I tugged Satch through the crowded arcade floor, moving through the flood of new arrivals, playing at various machines.
Seems like it's good for business.
All participants play free, and you can get a day pass and play as much as you want.
Huh, no wonder.
We entered the invention room and paused, completely taken aback. Huge TVs lined the wall, and people stood around various consoles, PCs, and other things I had never seen before. A group of middle-aged adults with clipboards were walking around the room, inspecting various inventions. Across the way, I saw Jimmy talking to an older lady, presenting something on his 4DS to her with a sheepish grin. Thank goodness they haven't gotten to mine yet. I don't know where I should stop. So I want to get I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We hustled across the room and to the back corner where Satch's VR helmet perched on a chair was ready for people to try. Satch muttered to himself in a hushed voice, and I moved the helmet and sat on the chair myself. People were roaming the room. Occasionally, one would stop and ask a question or try something someone had worked on, a robot, a circular treadmill for controlling a character movement, but mostly they were content to look and not touch. This isn't good. I need someone to demonstrate this machine or it won't get any notice. He eyed me over his shoulder and I rolled my eyes.
Me?
Okay, so this looks like a good place to maybe stop for now. We're gonna test out Satch's VR invention in front of these people and see how he does in this competition. But that's gonna be all for this one. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully I will see you in the next video, and goodbye to you all, sirs and madams, and everyone in between.